Feeling off lately? Unmotivated, emotionally flat, or mentally foggy for no clear reason? You're not alone, and more importantly, it's not just in your head. Two chemicals in your brain, serotonin and dopamine, play a huge role in how you feel, focus, and function. And while most people think boosting them requires medication or supplements, the truth is, you can do it naturally through daily habits. In this video, we'll explore 3 research-backed methods to boost serotonin and dopamine without pills. These hacks are simple, powerful, and free. Let's dive in. Understanding the science. Why serotonin and dopamine matter. Let's start with a quick breakdown. Dopamine is your brain's reward chemical. It motivates you to take action, gives you that feeling of accomplishment, and fuels your drive to achieve. When dopamine is low, life feels dull. You may procrastinate more, lose interest in things you usually enjoy, or just feel stuck. Serotonin, on the other hand, is more about long-term balance. It regulates your mood, sleep, digestion, and even your social behavior. When serotonin levels drop, you're more likely to feel anxious, depressed, or emotionally unstable. Together, dopamine and serotonin form the foundation of your mental well-being. The problem is that modern life drains these chemicals fast. Excess screen time, processed food, poor sleep, and chronic stress all mess with your brain's natural chemistry. But instead of turning to a quick fix, what if you could restore your brain's balance with 3 intentional, science-backed habits? Here's how. Cold exposure, a natural dopamine surge. This first one might surprise you. Cold exposure. Yes, like a cold shower or ice bath. It may sound extreme, but cold exposure is one of the most effective natural ways to spike dopamine, according to neuroscience research. When you expose your body to cold water, your sympathetic nervous system kicks in. This causes a surge of norepinephrine and dopamine, especially in the brain's reward pathways. In fact, studies show dopamine levels can increase by up to 250% after short-term cold exposure, and the effects can last for hours. Unlike the dopamine spike you get from scrolling TikTok or eating sugar, which crashes quickly, this is a steady, natural rise that promotes focus, alertness, and resilience. You don't need to jump into an ice bath every morning. Just finish your regular shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water. Even 3 cold showers per week can make a big difference in mood, energy, and stress regulation. Cold exposure also reduces inflammation and may improve serotonin over time by positively impacting the nervous system. The best part? You feel the mental clarity almost immediately. Morning sunlight plus movement. Set your brain's clock. If you want to support serotonin production naturally, your best friend is sunlight, especially early in the day. Your brain's serotonin production is directly influenced by light exposure. Getting 10 to 20 minutes of morning sunlight can significantly increase serotonin levels and also helps regulate melatonin at night. This keeps your sleep-wake cycle healthy and supports better mood regulation throughout the day. Now add movement into the mix, and things get even better. Light physical activity, like walking, stretching, or yoga, activates dopamine circuits in your brain. It doesn't have to be a full workout. Just moving your body while getting natural light tells your brain, we're alive, we're safe, and it's time to function. Together, sunlight and movement in the morning create a chemical environment in the brain that boosts both mood and motivation. So the best way to start your day? Step outside within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. Go for a 10-minute walk, drink your coffee on the porch, or simply stretch by a window. Over time, this simple routine trains your brain to produce serotonin and dopamine consistently and naturally. Dopamine detox. Rebuild your brain's reward system. The third hack may sound a little less fun, but it's arguably the most powerful. A dopamine detox. This doesn't mean giving up all pleasures or going monk mode. A dopamine detox simply means giving your brain a break from high stimulation, low-value activities like endless scrolling, fast-paced entertainment, or multitasking. These habits flood your brain with easy dopamine, which over time leads to desensitization. In simple terms, your brain stops reacting to normal, healthy rewards. You may find it harder to enjoy reading, working, or even having conversations. The solution is controlled stimulation. Set aside 1 to 2 hours a day to unplug. During this window, avoid social media, clickbait content, and multitasking. Instead, engage in low stimulation but meaningful activities. Journaling, going for a walk, doing chores, or even sitting in silence. This gives your dopamine receptors a chance to reset. After a few days, you'll start to notice real-life activities feel more rewarding again. Your motivation returns, focus improves, and your brain becomes less addicted to cheap rewards. Pair this with good sleep and mindfulness practices, and your serotonin levels improve too. The result? A calmer, more balanced, more motivated version of you. Support serotonin through gut health. About 90% of serotonin is produced not in the brain, but in the gut. This means your digestive health is closely tied to your mood. If your gut microbiome is out of balance, your serotonin production can suffer. To support this process, eat foods rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that helps build serotonin. Good sources include eggs, turkey, oats, bananas, and pumpkin seeds. Pair these with fermented foods like yogurt, kimchi, or sauerkraut to help maintain healthy gut bacteria. You can also add fiber-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains to keep your digestion running smoothly. When your gut is functioning well, your brain has the raw materials it needs to build neurotransmitters. You'll feel calmer, more emotionally stable, and less reactive to stress. Final thoughts. You don't need a prescription to feel better mentally. Sometimes the answer is in your habits, not your medicine cabinet. By supporting your brain's natural chemistry, you can reduce stress, feel more energized, and regain motivation. Let's recap the 3 hacks. First, cold exposure gives you a clean, lasting dopamine boost. Second, sunlight plus movement supports serotonin production and daily mental clarity. Third, a dopamine detox resets your reward system so you can focus and enjoy life again. And don't forget the role your gut plays. Nourish it with real food and your mood will follow. Try one of these today, then build from there. Small changes make a big impact when they're grounded in how your brain actually works. If this video helped you understand your mind better, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be feeling off lately. Thanks for watching, and take care of your brain, because it's taking care of you too.